Hello, everybody, and welcome to BTF Now. I'm Tom. I'm the Director of Sales for the Business Transitions Forum. And we thought we'd put this event webinar together today to run everyone through pretty much how the platforms work and how to get in there and how to maximize your event experience. Virtual events are new for everyone. They're new for us. And we've run a few now, and we've put together some top tips to make sure that you maximize that experience. So today the plan is I'm going to show you how, from start to finish, really how to get into your profile and onto the platform. I'm going to show you the two different platforms that we'll be using. One which we'll be using for the conference itself, and then the other we'll be using for the networking side of things. And then at the end of this webinar, I'll do a Q&A and can answer anyone's questions, and we can go through those one by one. So the first piece here, everyone should have received by now an email that looks like this. It's a welcome email to the platform. It has a few key pieces of information in it, and it also has a login button down here. One key piece to remember is the BTF lobby. So the BTF lobby, it's in the same way as you can imagine as at a physical event. It's a page where you'll be able to access all the different pieces of this event, and it's very simple. We can check it out now quickly. You'll see here, pretty much you can see the agenda, you can see the networking, you can see the attendee list, the speaker list, the sponsor connections and sponsor profiles. And if you get lost at any time during the event, you can come back to this page. So we suggest to bookmark this page, btflobby.com/east. And again, it is in that initial email. So as I mentioned, everyone should have received this email by now. Once you have, all you need to do is click login now. It'll take you to a page that looks like this, and we will get started. I'm going to actually go through and set up a profile as well so everyone can see it happen. So define your password. I'll make a quick password. And that is it. I am in. Now, oh, no, that's not true. The next part actually is to click here. This is a key piece, to click through into the event itself. So you just click that image. And there we are. We have landed in the conference platform. Again, this is called Swapcard. And this one, this is where pretty much we're going to have all of the sessions are going to be running here. You're going to be able to see an attendee list and who's in the event. You can go and see speakers. You can see sponsor profiles. There's a help desk, and we'll run through all of this quickly. But the first thing, when we land on this page, the first thing we want to do is actually go in here and update our profile. This is key for networking and for connecting with people throughout the event. So we really suggest to put as much information in here as possible. You want to go through, up here you can edit, you can put in your information, you can add a photo here, a profile picture. Again, with all of this, we recommend doing it. You can also input skills. So for example, if you're a sales expert, or if you're a marketing expert, or if you're an accountant or a lawyer, you can put the specific skills that you have in there so that people can see what you do and what you're good at. You can put a short bio in here. I think that a good way to approach this is sort of like a LinkedIn profile. You want to put in some information about your background, what you do, and some interesting points. So again, to help with connecting with other people on here. You can go through, you can actually connect your LinkedIn and your Twitter to this account so people can click directly out of your profile. And then the last piece here is you can actually put in your contact information if you would like people to have access to this. So this piece here is for anyone who clicks onto your profile can see this. Now, once we've updated our personal profile, we can actually go back to the homepage of the event, and I'll get started here. Now, you'll see the tabs across the top. So let's start with the agenda. Now, this is where you can see all of the sessions that are going to be happening throughout the few days at BTF Now. So you'll see up here the days, the times. On the right-hand side here, you can see the little plus buttons. If you click on these, so let's say I'd like to watch From Survival to Growth. This looks like an interesting session. I can click that little button. This one looks interesting. I'd like to go to the networking. And then what I can do is I can go to my personal agenda and that will all show up for me in here. Then you can scroll throughout here. There you can see the different types of sessions that are happening. So you'll see a keynote session here, a plenary session here, a concurrent breakout, which means there's more than one happening at the same time. In this instance, there are 3 happening at the same time. So you can choose which one you'd like to attend there. It's also worth mentioning that after the event, everyone will have access to these sessions. So if you'd like to see more than one of these concurrent sessions, you can come back and it will stay recorded on the platform afterwards. Moving to attendees. So this is a really cool piece of software. We're actually going to be showing, you can see everyone who is attending the event in here. And you can go through and connect with them individually. And just as an example, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, move myself over here. I'm going to connect with Janny, who's actually on our team, but as an example, I'll show you how it works. So we really suggest in this connection request, putting in something that's compelling and explains why you'd like to connect with them. So in this instance, hey Janny, I work with XYZ company, and I think it would be interesting to discuss how we might be able to work together. I'm not a very good typer. It would be great to connect. Then I'm going to send a connection request to Janny. And what happens now is that comes up as pending. And in order to actually have conversations with people or have one-on-one video calls in this platform, we have to be connected with that person who we're trying to connect with. So you can't just go around and message people or call people unless you're connected, in the same way as LinkedIn. Now, when Janny, and hopefully it should be soon, she will be able to see that message on her end. And once I'm connected with her, then I can go through and I can actually start get into a bit more detail. Here we go. She's replied. Okay, great. Now, let's say that Janny and I have a great conversation and we'd like to have a one-on-one meeting. We can do so in here. Now, what I can do is click that little button there and that'll enter us into a video call. It's the same way as Zoom or all these other platforms. It's very simple. You click that and it will enter you into a one-on-one video call there. Now, if we go back, I should be able to see a little more information about Janny now. This is another cool piece. So now I'm connected with Janny. I can see her contact information and her social media links. And then I also have this box on the right-hand side. So down here, I can actually give a score to the conversation. So if you have a really interesting conversation, and you think it was a great chat, you can actually give them a score and say that was a 5 out of 5 conversation. You can tag them and say, I met this person, they think they could help me with some legal help that I needed. And you can type in legal here, add it as a tag. You could then make notes. So you could say, great conversation. We spoke about X, Y, Z. And on Tuesday at 3 p.m. next week, we're going to have a Zoom call. And you can put that note in there. Then at the end of the event, you can actually click down here and you can export the contact. So you can take that as a CSV file. And then you have all of that information moving forward. And you can all the notes you have there too. And you can go and take that and use it however you please. The next tab up here is the speaker tab. Again, you can scroll through, you can see everyone who's speaking. You can click into their profile and you can see a little bit of information about them. You can click through their LinkedIn and you can see which session they're speaking at. Now, the next piece I wanted to show you, as I mentioned at the start, we are using 2 platforms. We're going to be using Swapcard, which is this one, and we're going to be using Remo. And Remo is for group networking. So the way that Remo works is in the agenda, you'll see networking at the end of each day. And you can click this button right here. We'll also have it on the main page. So you'll be able to see on the main page where to click to the networking as well. And then it's also in this lobby. I'll just jump back in here quickly. The networking center again here. But I can click this button when I'm ready. And it's going to take me to a platform called Remo. For me, I'm already logged in But for everyone else on the webinar, you'll just have to create a quick profile. That link I just clicked on, it will take you to a page. All you have to do is pop in your name and email address and a password, and it will take you straight in here. So Remo it's actually a really awesome platform. It's probably the closest thing to in-person networking that I've seen in the virtual world, and I think I can speak for our team as well. It's pretty amazing. The way it works, I'm sitting at this table right now, and during the networking sessions, there'll be people sitting all through these tables. You can double click and you can move tables just like this. And you'll see there are different numbers of seats at different tables. So for example, on the left-hand side, there's tables with 2 seats. That means that if myself and someone else were in there, and there are 2 people in there, then no one else can join the room. So if you wanted to have a private conversation, you could do so here. These are 4, and these are 6. So you can move around and connect with people that way. You'll also see on the left-hand side that you have the floors. So you can change floors. It'll look the same, but it will have different people on it again there. Now down the bottom, you'll see there's these different buttons. When you land on a table, the first thing you have to do is turn your cam on and your mic on. And then that will pop it up here in the center of the screen, and everyone else's video profiles should pop up here, and you'll be able to start talking with them. If you'd like to leave the table, you can just turn your cam and your mic off, or you can go to an empty table, and then that will remove you from that table as well. You can also chat, so you can go through and you can message people directly through here. You can share your screen if you'd like to show them something on your screen. You can whiteboard, which is really cool. So you can actually go in here and you can just you can drop notes and drop a bunch of things in here, and yeah, here we go. It's a great brainstorming tool. So if you're having a great conversation, you'd like to show the other person a presentation, or you'd like to show some people, a diagram of what you're explaining, you can do that in here as well. So from a very high level, that is how BTF Now is going to work. I'm happy to answer any questions. So on the bottom of the screen, of your screen in Zoom, you'll see a Q&A or chat function. If you'd like to pop any questions in there, I'm happy to answer them for you now. Thanks.